up, Woody Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's anime Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Main Abyss Season 2, aka the Golden City of the Scorching Sun, Episode 5, titled Concealment. So before I get into this live reaction, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. Oh, and I'm still struggling up in Struggle Apartment Studios. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below. So, the manga gods were whooping my ass today. It had to be on a Wednesday, huh? But anyways, here's how shit works up in here. I can't show the anime or the manga on the screen because I really do not need a copyright strike. Everything is from a manga reader's perspective, so if you are not up to date with the manga, you will be spoiled. You should be up to date with the manga. Why wouldn't you be? I have a very high standard, especially for art just in general, but when it comes to manga and anime adaptations, especially Main Abyss, which season 1, which was like the definition of what a manga to anime adaptation should be, oh, you bet I'm going to be hard on this one. I'm hard on manga. I'm hard on manga art too. If you watch my content. So if you're all butthurt about it, then you can thumbs me down right now. Because I ain't kissing anybody's ass. Nope. So I've been looking forward to this arc. I really have. So please don't let me down. Please don't. I've already been let down for the past few weeks. But we'll see what we get up in here. Anyways, alright, so I'm kind of bothered by this a little bit. Because last week, it was a total clusterfuck. Let's be goddamn real. It was a clusterfuck. Because up until this point, I've been really liking the structure where we have like the back and forth with the Ganja Corp and Reg, Rico, and Nanachi. In terms of like the storyline and VUEKU narrating it, because in all reality, this is VUEKU's story. So in terms of this arc, so I'm not mad about that. No. It's just other shit is very disorganized, and it just really bugged the hell out of me. But anyway, where we're starting off, and this kind of irritates me that there's a little bit of dialogue from a little later in the manga, but I know it's a nitpicky thing, but God, it just, why would you ask that when Nanachi is asleep? Just let it be mysterious. Just save it for later. God damn. Anyways, it looks like we're at, other than that little bit of snippet of dialogue, it's at the end of chapter 43's adaptation of the manga, which should have been last week. This soundtrack is everything. That is what's making this scene really work for me, is the soundtrack and the lighting. That is what's working for me with this scene. I wish the dialogue wasn't there, though. It shouldn't be there. VUEKU's narration, however, that works for me, because it is at the end of the chapter. So, but Belof's dialogue, no! Why did you have that there? No! Because if you didn't have that there, it would have made it more mysterious. And it would have been awesome. But in terms of the CGI, I'm going to say this. Out of all the CGI I've seen, Belof looks the best. The only complaint I'm going to have with Belof is for like the mane / the headpiece. I wish it was longer, a little bit wider, and like it wasn't like so stiff. It needed a little bit more bend in some of the petals. But other than that, it looks good. I'm not too mad at it. But anyways, let's keep going. And also, as I said, I love that we got that shot of VUEKU. I did. I would, actually, you know what? I'm torn on that, to be honest. I kind of wish they would have just, I don't think they should have shown VUEKU. I think they should have just left it the way it was and just had the thing with Nanachi and Midi and just had the narration to give it that mysterious feel that we get in the manga. I think it would have just made it better, at least in my opinion. So after the opening song, we're at page 24 of chapter 43's adaptation of the manga. This is where I had the problem with last week. All the reg content that we're getting right now, that should have been at in last episode. That should have been last episode. And you could have had a little, you could make the argument you could have had the Nanachi content, a little bit of that in there too. But I would have said you could have had the end of at the end of the episode, have the Nanachi and MIDI content there, and then at the start of this week's episode, you could have had like the Machikaja stuff and like lead up to it a little bit. I think that would have worked so well, but maybe I'm just weird about it. Okay, I have to point out the thing that's just been bugging me from the start of the season, or since we even got here with the Narahade. It's just looking so flat. It doesn't give that three-dimensional feel. And it's the weirdest thing. And it's not just limited to Main Abyss. It actually is better in Main Abyss than other anime where it looks so flat in comparison to manga art, where it gives you like you could just grab it off the page. You could like grab like the sword off the page, or you could feel like the punch coming at you, or you could grab like the creature off the page. It doesn't have that here. How is it that manga is able to do that and anime can't? I'm just so confused by that. I don't know what it is with this face for this beast. The turbaned dragon. Yeah, I gotta point this out here. The thing is the turbaned dragon here is like the best example of this, what I'm talking about with like how it looks more 2D, especially more 2D, or not, I shouldn't say 2D, it looks more flat than anything else. Because you look at it in the manga here, and you see all this texture going on up in here, and it looks so surreal. This ain't it. Like, there's barely anything going on here. Like, here you see, like, these little spikes going on up in here. That's not, I don't think that's even there. If it is, it's non-existent. You see, like, the horn is somewhat there. But, like, you see in the eyes, which I think are somewhat there. Yeah, they're somewhat there. There's just, like, so much detailing in the turbaned dragon in the manga. And I was looking forward. I know people are giving me like a hard time for having such a high standard, but there's just so much stuff in the manga that I really wanted to see come to life. I feel so let down. I really wanted to see this creature come to life. And again, we saw all this shit come to life in the first season of the anime. So there's no friggin' excuse, especially when it's the same goddamn team. I'm really disappointed in this. We didn't even get to see the spit launch, or like the spitball or whatever launch out of its mouth. I wanted to see it. It looks really cool. That's why I'm just disappointed. I'm gonna see, like, if you watch my Main Abyss live reactions, you see how excited I am to see this adapted. And it's just a huge letdown. Aha, there it is. I missed it at the 3-minute 23-second mark. All right, let's take a look at this. Let's look at this puke. What the hell is this? You could have done some cool stuff with this art. What the shit is this? We did not see the same thing, did we, anime team? Could have done some really cool shit with this. The tongue, the tongue looks okay. It could have had a little bit more detailing in there. This has been the problem with the whole time, this whole season, is that it looks so plain. This manga's art is not about being plain. It has so much detailing and stuff, like really cool abstract detail. This don't have that. Such a letdown. I really wanted to see the really cool abstract art come to life. I'm not seeing it. The eyes look better than I thought they did. And then I'm seeing the little details that I didn't see in the other angle, but looks so plain. Yay, it's Big Daddy! Of course Big Daddy gotta save the day. I will say this, even though Big Daddy don't look as good here as he should because he looks plain as fuck, there's a texture and shit missing, this Big Daddy gonna look better than whatever Netflix giving ya. Oh my god, it really does look bad. I just did a double take of it. Oh my god, it really does. You see what I mean by like, this is so plain? What is with the normalization of Main Abyss? Why? The only one where the CGI, again, the only one that the CGI is actually kind of decent on is Belaf. The rest of it's like, that eye on Big Daddy is looking funky. It is looking funky because it is supposed to be the same symbol, or similar looking symbol, to a human, and it is not. Why is it wrong? It is just a huge dot. What the fuck is this? Big Daddy, I am sorry you are done dirty. You have been done extremely dirty like this. At the 4-minute 38-second mark, we are at Chapter 44's adaptation of the manga, and my god, these creatures look so boring. It's just not it. Why are we doing this? These are not the fantastical, avant-garde, abstract creatures that I was hoping to see. The first season did it better. I think if I remember correctly, I did at least see, I think I saw one of the movies, if I remember. Oh god, it's been so long. But like, what happened? Was there a budget cut or something? What the hell happened? This is not the Main Abyss I was hoping to see. This is such a letdown. My god. Uruburu Village just, it's not looking good. It's not. Like, it just, especially from the top, it's way too small. It's way too small. You look at bottom of page 5. This is where you're supposed to see Uruburu. And you look at it, and you see that it's taller. There's more texture coming off of it. Like, more like shapes and stuff. And this don't have it. It's really frustrating. It's like halfway there. And like even on the bottom part, like where it's of the pillar, it's just so flat. There's supposed to be more like melding. It's supposed to be wording's holy shit. It's supposed to be more sculptural. And it's not. It just like, it's like on top of this pillar. And then there's the bridge you're supposed to see, and you don't really see the bridge either. And then, of course, Big Daddy, your cape, man. I'm sorry. Your cape got really screwed. I'm just so let down by this. I will say, to be fair, I will say this. The environment itself, it is looking a little bit better. But, man, I'm so mad. On. And also, there's supposed to be more clouds here, too. There's, like, barely any. Maybe I could, you know what? I'll give a pass on the clouds. I will give a pass. But there's supposed to be more going on in this background, I think, too. Okay, I'm going to be a little bit more forgiving on this background. I'm more mad about Uruburu Village. Uruburu, it looks horrible. It looks too small, and it looks too flat. Just go on page 5 of the manga, and look at it, and go back to the 6-minute 29-second mark and look at it side by side. It is way too small. It is way too flat. It is not. It's very sculptural. There's more. It's molded like bigger. It's way bigger than this. And then there's like more shit coming off the side, and it's not. It's just like burp. And then you see the bridge. You don't hear. Deserve better than this, Main Abyss. Way better than this. So at about the 6-minute 37-second mark, we are at page 15 of chapter 44's adaptation of the manga, which is where we mostly left off last week. Again, I'm not happy. There's the structure of these episodes have started to become a clusterfuck. I'm really trying my hardest not to rage drop because this structure is really starting to tick me off. Because there's things I want to see animated bad. I really want to see it animated. But if this continues to bastardize this, I'm going to be very angry and I will drop it. I'm not happy with this. You're not going to ask what Ma means? You're going to skip that? Right! That's a funny moment. And then Mogi's like, I have no idea. What the fuck? I don't know how I feel about the tunnels, because we're now in the tunnels heading towards VUEKU. I don't know how I feel about it. It's just not giving me that mysterious vibe that it's supposed to have. This otherworldly vibe. I don't know what it is. Like, I wonder if it's because, like, in the manga, you see, like, this veil. Like, this veil of, like, fog or whatnot that really gives it. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's missing, like, this veil, like a fog or steam or fog that's really gives it, like, this mysterious, like, swamp-like kind of feel. And I feel like that's what's missing. That's been what's missing, is like an aura of mysteriousness. Because that's what makes Main Abyss so good. Is that you have this whimsical feel, and you have this aura of like mystery going on, and otherworldliness. And in this case, it'd be like an underworld kind of feel. And I'm not getting that. It's really kind of disappointing. And then the tunnels. Okay, let me say this about the tunnels. Because you look at the tunnels in the manga, and they're just like flat up against the wall. When you look at the tunnels here, you see they're like coming, like they're like a coral reef kind of thing, where you see they're like coming off the walls. It's like they're alive, coming off the walls. And that's another problem. That's probably what the problem is that I'm having, is that you got to remember with this village, it is basically, remember, I am spoiling this, deal with it. This is from a manga reader's perspective. Remember what this village is, the truth about this village, that it is technically alive. And I don't get that feeling that it is alive because everything is so flat. That's what the problem is. That's what it is. You don't get that at all because everything is just so flat. Even when you looked at the outside from of the village, when we saw that with Big Daddy and Reg, when you looked at it, it didn't look like it was alive. It didn't give you that feel at all. It just didn't. And when you look at the manga art, it really feels like it's alive. This does not. I don't understand how this happens. It's been happening in anime lately. I don't understand why. And it's the same thing with the Tunnel of VUEKU. We have like some of the stalactites like coming down, but they're still supposed to be more like coming off of the tunnel. But this soundtrack, man, the soundtrack is giving what it needs to give. Well, actually, it could be giving more, to be honest. But I'm gonna say this: if it weren't for the soundtrack, and if it weren't for especially VUEKU's voice actress right now, it wouldn't be giving what it needs to give. Okay, this is a problem. Let's talk about VUEKU here. When we first see VUEKU, and this is at the end of chapter 44. When you see her, she is dirty. Her hair is all over the place. There's the black hanging off of her hair in all these places. And it's, ugh. She's in this pose. Her face is all fucked up. You have the black, like, going all over her hair. Her hair is a mess. Why does this look so clean? Why does she look so clean? Why? Why does she look so clean? I'm looking at this. Her face is fucking clean. That collar is horrible. What the fuck is this choker? This choker is CGI, period. Because you look at that choker in the manga. It is it's supposed to be like an inky, like sludge choker. It is like flowing down her a little bit. You could tell it's like a sludge kind of, like an ink kind of thing. What the fuck is this? And she, again, I don't see the black in her hair that she's supposed to have. What is this? This is not what I'm supposed to see. Her eyes are open way too wide. They're supposed to be like this. She's supposed to be miserable. I don't see it in her eyes. I don't see it. I don't see the misery. I don't see it. Look at the end of chapter 44. Look at that final page. Look at the misery she feels. You can feel that misery coming off the page. She's emulating the misery. She's a fucking mess. She's been under there for God knows how long. And she's a goddamn mess. She don't look like she's a goddamn mess down there. Fuck is this? This is why I can't stand anime right now. She's supposed to be having like fucking split ends and shit. Her hair is way too clean for this. Oh God, this manga deserves better. This manga deserves better. VUEKU, you deserve better than this. So we can't show someone suffering now? What the hell is this? I'm not looking for, now I'm really scared. I'm really scared for some of the scenes that we're going to be getting. I really am, because we're supposed to be seeing pain, suffering, sorrow. We're not getting this. What the fuck is this? So now we're at chapter 45's adaptation of the manga. I know I'm going to get shit in my comment section for like, well, this is how VUEKU looks at the beginning of chapter 45. But yes, sure. But when Riko initially sees VUEKU, she's supposed to be looking miserable. I want to see her look miserable and then have her see Riko be like, what the fuck? Then have the shocked expression. But I'm still sticking by my statement. This is way too clean. Nope. This is way too clean. The fuck is this? VUEKU looks way too clean for this. Her hair is way too neat. I don't like this. The fuck is this? Okay, the other problem I'm having with VUEKU. Where's her hair? She's supposed to have way bigger hair than this. The length, I think the length is fine. Actually, the length might not be fine. Her hair is supposed to be like huge though. The length I think is okay. It's not big enough. Yeah, there's not enough hair. She's supposed to be, yeah, there is not enough hair for this. Where the fuck is this? She's supposed to be in like a tent of hair. Where is the hair? Where is the hair? Because you know motherfuckers are gonna be pissed about like tits and all that, unfortunately. But it's like, dude, she's supposed to be covered in hair anyway. Why aren't you giving her her hair? I'm so mad about this. The birth of Papuda? What the fuck is this? This ain't it. No! No! The fuck is this? This is supposed to be abstract art. This is not abstract art. What the fuck is this? You look at this in the manga, you see what this is. You see like Papuda like rising from this rising from this ink, or rising from this from the slime, the sludge. It's like a rise from the, because it's supposed to be a rise from the underworld kind of thing. And it is glorious. It is beautiful. And I don't see that here. What the fuck is this? Shit, you can barely see it because of how bright it is in the background. Yeah, I had to look at it a couple of times. I think what would have made it better is if you would have had like more like sludge or whatever, if you would have had more of that shit like around Papuda, like around her, and like see her like struggle more to get out of there. I think it would have been way better, because it is a struggle. What Papuda is going through, especially, and fuck Urayumi, all of it, because Papuda is going through so much pain coming out of there, especially the line, for fuck's sakes. In hell, everything gets so dulled, and we ended up being creators of hell ourselves. That should be Papuda struggling to get out of there, because it is hell. Why would you not make it look like it's a struggle? I don't like this music here. No! Why would you put this music here? This is the worst spot to put this music here. Nah, this is supposed to give you otherworldly. This is supposed to give you underworld. This does not give you underworld. What the fuck is this? I like this soundtrack, okay? I've been loving this soundtrack. The placement of this music is very questionable. Nah, I want something like really dark here. This is supposed to be fucked up. I want something fucked up. See, you have VUEKU getting fucked up. Why do you have like this lighthearted music here? No, I want to hear dark underworld music here. I want something darker. Nah, this isn't a lighter, harder soft situation. I don't know how I feel about this here with the other shit though. I don't know. Yeah, I know it's I know. How I feel about this. I don't know. I don't know if I like how this looks. You know what? I'll say this. I want more. Give me more hell from here. You know what? I'm going to say this. You know what ruins it for me? The soundtrack, it ruins it for me. It does. If you would give me more, like, fucked up music that really takes you there, I might enjoy it more. The soundtrack has ruined it for me. I know why the music is soft because of VUEKU telling the story, but I just want it to be a little darker. You could have made it a little bit more minor, and then like just a little bit minor, and then go back up. But God, the lack of hair on her head is just driving me nuts. Are you for real? We didn't even see her sealed away in the darkness? seeing that. We're not seeing, although when she's saying, although its origin is horrific, it's not such a bad place. The children who ended up distorted at the this gathering place of curses. Where's the signals? Where are the signals for it? Okay, this is what I'm not liking about this. It's just trying, and the music is really not helping. It's trying to make it so pretty. It's not supposed to be pretty. And VUEKU's is not petting them. No, she ain't petting them. No, she ain't petting them at all. She is just like talking. And she's like this. And she's, what is this? Why are you trying to make this so nice when it's not? I really hate what they're doing to this. Main Abyss, you deserve better. This is not it. You are ruining the mood of this now. It also doesn't help that the village looks bad too. Thanks for showing how bad this village looks. Why did you use CGI for VUEKU's bonds? I hate it so much because it's so stiff. And the color, again, it looks horrible. This is not Made in Abyss. This is not Made in Abyss. You'll get this though. Saint Seiya, this is not a huge, compared to Saint Seiya, this ain't a bastardization. You want to see a bastardization of a series with what's going down with Saint Seiya? That is a bastardization. Because that ain't Saint Seiya. I don't know what the fuck that is. That ain't Saint Seiya. This art though, this art deserves so much better than this. There's supposed to be white streaks, like more white streaks in the pigtails. There's not. Of course not. Can't do that. And no, we're not going to show the value of the clothes either. We can't label any things anymore. Ooh, Belov looks a lot better than I thought. Because when we first saw Belov, it was really stiff up here in the front. Belov looks a lot better. I still think it's maybe a little too short, but man, Belov looks a lot better. I will give you that. Let's see. I think Belov looks really I think Belov. The only thing I will say that maybe Belov needs, I'll see when I get a little bit of a closer shot. It's maybe like a little bit of texture up in there. But so far, I'm not too mad at this. I think I figured out what's going on with Belov's petals that are driving me nuts. I think the problem with them is they may be a little too thick, and there's not enough texture in them. The shape is good for the most part. It's just that Belov, I think if I'm looking at it right, I think I'm hoping I'm right that that there might be a couple missing, but the shape for the most part looks pretty good. I think they're either too short and they need to be longer because of the proportion to the head, or they're too wide. It's something is throwing it off. But yeah, there's just some texture, just something missing from the petals themselves. But for the most part, compared to everything else I've seen up in here in regards to the CGI, I am not pissed off at this too much. But the scaling, and obviously there's a lot, I'm happy with the texture there. That looks pretty good. And I'm talking about like the belly scales and the back. That looks pretty good. The eyes, actually, I'm very pleased with. The eyes look pretty good. The only problem I'm having with Belov's eyes is the tentacles themselves. Those are a little janky. In terms of Belov getting fucked up, in terms of the sacrifice, this does not look too bad. I'm not too mad it. I wish it was more gruesome. That's the thing. It's not gruesome enough for Main Abyss. This would be gruesome for most anime. Nah, not for Main Abyss. Main Abyss, it's really gruesome. I kind of wish it was more gruesome, but it is what it is. Okay. So we're ending like near or at the end. Let me just make sure I'm right. Yeah, we're ending at the end of chapter 45's adaptation of the manga. So overall with the writing, I'm not too... Okay, I'm going to say this with the writing. You should have just had Nanachi's content and Riko's content with... hell, you could have had included... Riko and VUEKU and all of Nanachi's content in this episode and had all the shit with Reg in the previous episode. You could have done that and it would have worked. You didn't need that clusterfuck last week, like I thought. And I'm still kind of pissed at the beginning that you did that shit the way you did. You should have not shown VUEKU. You should have saved that for when it needed to be there. At the where it needed to be in the flashback. I hate how that was done. I hate how VUEKU's flashback was done. You did her dirty. I don't like how in the flashback you try to make it seem like a happy thing after the after VUEKU was like torn or not torn apart. I'm sorry. Started to get sealed away by the babies and not locked up away. I really wanted to see it sealed away. I wanted to see the networking. I wanted to see all that, and we didn't get that, and that really irritates me. I did not like how Fupuda was born. I did not like how that was done. I did not like the soundtrack there either. Soundtrack tried to make it too happy. That was very inappropriate. The hair for VUEKU, awful. It's not enough hair. She has so much hair. Why did you do that? The village itself from the outside, it was flat. So much of this is flat. The loft looks great, minus a couple of things here and there. I know I'm being nitpicky, but it's like little things like that that really take it to the next level for me. That make it Main Abyss. But the other thing is that I really wish more was being done in terms of emotion. Like with the backgrounds to really bring it out. Because as I've been saying, this is a very in terms of the art especially, this is a very abstract series. I want to see it on the screen. I want to see an abstract series. I want to see abstract art, which has been done. Go watch season 1 of Main Abyss does it. March Comes In Like a Lion does it. And also, oh my god, Land of the Lustrous does it. If you want to see what abstract art looks like in terms of a manga to anime adaptation, those three would be the best to look at. So it can be done. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. This really makes me mad. I really don't like that this art is being ruined like this. I was looking, again, I'm going to say it every week, I was looking forward to this. The fact that this is happening really pisses me off. This art deserves way better. Way better than this. VUEKU, you deserve better than this. They did you dirty, VUEKU. And they ruined the moment at the beginning of of this episode. They did. Am I gonna rage quit this? I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. I'm trying. I'm trying so hard. If I don't get enough views on these live reactions for Main Abyss, it's not worth it. It's not worth my sanity to do this. As much as I love Main Abyss, my sanity matters more to me. It does. I'm not going to do... If I don't get enough views on Main Abyss, anime live reaction, I'm going to stop. I'm not doing this no more. I'm not doing this to myself. It's not worth torturing myself like this. I have other things I need to do. I have deep dives I need to do. I have a ton of deep dives I need to do. I have articles I need to write. I have other videos I'd like to get done. And if I'm not getting views for Main Abyss anime live reactions, there's no point in me doing this. None. I'm very angry with this. This really makes me mad. I can't do this no more. I can't do this if I'm not getting enough views. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing. I want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so I can keep bringing you more anime content. A few ways you can do that: donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.